Hey guys, today I got something a little different for you. I want to talk about Tickatus because it's a card that I hardly see play at my level. I've seen it a few times, but the reality is players I see online just complain about it nonstop. They're just like, Tickatus needs to get nerfed. How could the devs? I went on Google and I looked on Reddit to see Ticketus is not fun to play against. Dude, Ticketus is like a lot of fun. What did Dev thought Ticketus is a balanced card? I've been writing about Ticketus ever since it's revealed. When is the Ticketus nerf coming? Any advice on how to deal with Yashura's Ticketus Warlock? I hate doing this with a burning passion. And I find it interesting because it's a card that at my level we don't even take seriously. Because I'm gonna let you guys know a little secret. Ticketus is a bad card. It's way too slow, and it's basically a slow finisher. But the problem with it is you have to play a bigger drop, then you have to play that. It has no taunt, so your opponent could just kill you. And then you have to play the 10 mana Yashiraj, which also doesn't have taunt. So you have to have incredibly good control tools. So all I have to do as an opponent is just keep playing things. And eventually you have to take a risk. If I keep playing value, and you have to play Ticketus and then take a bunch of damage. And just an aggro deck will just absolutely annihilate it. A Ticketus deck. But also, if you play a control deck well, you can still beat it. I think players think that, but here's the reason why you're getting so crushed with this deck by control, is you have the wrong view of control. You have this view of control and view of Hearthstone that you can just sit back and relax. Oh, they played something, all right, I guess I'll get rid of it, and do your own thing. In reality, your opponent is making a Ticketus bomb. You got to destroy them before this bomb goes off. You have this attitude that you can just wait and chill. Hearthstone is a proactive game. People realistically don't want. I think Blizzard doesn't want games that just always go to 45 minutes. If you've ever played a Priest Mirror, and Priest Mirrors have gotten faster. That's not necessarily fun. Playing these long games that just go on forever, that nobody ever goes for the win. And Ticketus is the way to go for the win for the control Warlock style. And it's not even good. It's a crappy deck that no one takes seriously at the high level. But you know what? It's something at the low level. The reason you're losing to it is, and I want you guys to show you a few things. So one, I have Ticketus here, Galakron Warlock, which is the main deck that runs Ticketus. And you can see a Diamond through Legend. Oh, it's not so bad. So here we have Galakron Warlock at Diamond through Legend. And you can see, not so bad. 49.31%. We go to Legend, 49, but you go to top 1,000 Legend, and it tanks. And it's just a 45.32 because players know how to play aggressively, even as a control deck. And if you're playing a control deck, you still have to go for the win because they have the more powerful late game thing than you. You have a bunch of minions, for example, if you're Highlander Priest with maybe value generation, but you don't. They have the powerful Ticketus play that can just mill half your deck. If you're just trying to win in fatigue, which players are, but because they're just trying to hope that, if the game goes long enough. And you can see here, I got the deck here at the top 1,000 Legend here as well. So let's go to Galakron Warlock. You can see World Kick Rogue, 47%. Stealth Rogue, 20%. That's so bad. Secret Rogue apparently does. Highlander Priest is the one matchup it does well against. And Highlander Priest is not even one of the most popular decks at High Legend compared to things like Stealth Rogue. But it does beat that. But even that, and I'm going to show you guys a game where I win as Highlander Priest because I'm crafty and creative and I know how to go for a win. But you can see in Rage War it's losing as Broom Paladin. That's actually not so bad. But Zoo, Spell Mage, any deck that tries to kill you, it just gets annihilated by. Where some of these really slow decks like Highlander Mage that just chill, it does do well against. So that's the idea of it, the anti-control lineup. or the anti-control deck. But the problem is even other anti-control decks, like Mazaki OTK Mage and Lifesteal Demon Hunter, these are combo OTK decks. They absolutely annihilate this deck because this deck is just too darn slow. So you can see any deck that either puts pressure or is a faster OTK just annihilates this deck. It's just way too slow. And I think people think, oh, and the reality is the reason you're losing is you're just taking your darn time trying to just do whatever, not putting pressure, not spending your mana, not playing minions. You're just waiting it out, hoping that the win comes to you. You know what? I bet you weren't even going to lose that game before the Tickatus came. I bet you were, sorry, I bet you weren't even going to win that game. You were still going to lose, but the fact is the Tickatus put the nail in the coffin. It finished you off. It put the last 5 cards, but the Warlock realistically could have just removed those 5 cards. So that's the thing. The Warlock has to do massively slow, bad plays in order to get this mill done. And then once it does it, you have the amount of cards in your hand, and you can still go for the win even. So it doesn't even kill you immediately. Where something like OTKDH or Mozaki, you could have lethal in hand, but guess what? It's not going to matter because you're just dead. Where Tickatus, you play 2 Tickatuses, which one you either play a 7 or 8 mana card, which unless you had, which are mostly bad in the deck. Then you have to play Tickatus, which doesn't have taunt, and then you have to play Yashirash. So you have to spend 25 mana plus things that don't remove board and don't have taunt. And so, yeah. I just wanted to go over, though, so look at some stuff. So I was looking at things. You can see here, the best Tickatus I have ever had. He conceded right after. And it's milling the body of Cthulhu, the slowest, most greedy deck ever. It's not just Highlander. It's Highlander, Cthulhu, Yoxeron. This deck is so greedy, it's ridiculous. It's just running every value card. And you know what? Tickatus destroys those decks. And I like that because it's taking, it's just this idea that I can play 5 old gods. The very fact that you're still alive with this deck is kind of crazy because this deck is just, and here's the thing too, they're at 10 life here. So they could have just killed them. Like, they didn't even need this Tickatus. They could have just killed them. They have Gallant Kronks in hand. This wasn't a game where Tickatus was even truly necessary, but it's the style, and people think, oh, they shouldn't be able to remove my cards. Like, that's how they're winning. You can see here, the comment section is seething. It's such a well-designed card, puke up. You've got just like horrible, hateful stuff. You are the worst person ever. Craft Golden, y'all go Golden if you don't want to go to Demal. It's just like, people hate this card. You can see, will Tickatus be nerfed? Tickatus is not fun to play against. It feels so bad. Dear Blizzard, takes a lot of fun on the expansion. No, these things never get upvotes, but yeah. All right, so we saw some of the articles. Next, I kind of want to just show you one game where we pull off a win. This is just me playing by myself. I pull off a win with Highlander Priest against Tickatus Warlock. And it's something ridiculous, but I was crafty. But it's the matchup you're not supposed to win. But I have an extra idea, like, I can't just wait. So what I do is, I'm starting off, and they have Cthulhu as well. Oh my god, this is greedy. Cthulhu and Tickatus. Like, why are you running Cthulhu and Tickatus? Like, choose one. You don't need both. It just, these decks are so bad. And so I go palm reading here. I take the Psyche split. I want aggressive tempo plays. I want to be doing as many tempo plays so I don't give them room to just chill. But I have to do just a pass here because, but my plan is to go Holy Nova Penance here. And I do. And I've only played Wand Thief at this point. And then I go Zephyr, and I get Doomhammer, which surprised me. I kind of wanted it, but I was surprised. But the game is like, this is what you want. I tempo this out, and I keep these minions on the board, even though I could have just gone for the Doomhammer. But I also wanted to get double my Zephyr, so I could potentially get the 2 raised deads from Zephyr. So I go this, and I get the Zephyr back, and now I go the Doomhammer, and I start Hidden Face. And I'm just hitting him in the face. They're playing stuff. Ba-bam, ba-bam. Bam, they do this, and right now I'm actually two off lethal here, but unfortunately I don't have it here, so I go Plague of Death, and what they do, and here's the thing: they should know I have Zephyr in hand, like it's so they go Tickatus here, thinking, oh, milling my deck, I still have 11 cards, and then I just lethal them. So they were doing their own thing with this Tickatus, and I just killed them. I just went for the win and got it. I got lucky to get the Doomhammer. But it's a thing of this was a way to win. All I had to do was deal 30 damage to them, and it was great. But it's a thing of I actually went and tried to win the game as opposed to just chilling, removing, thinking that I can just wait forever and win. And I think that that's what you need to do. I don't know if you guys watched me play Highlander Priest against Eddie in Grandmasters, and Eddie was playing the Turtle Mage, which he was dominating with. And I practiced. I played Highlander Priest a bunch in the tournament, and I was getting annihilated by Turtle Mage. But I made it to the top 8 for the GM round, or top 4, I believe. And I went and I practiced all night, and we figured out what you had to do is you just had to kill them before their combo, and then potentially Lucia their combo. But the first game that I won was just all I did was I went Zephyr, I went Animal Companion, I just put the pressure on them, and I killed them before they could get to their combo. And that was difficult because they get to their combo on turn 8. So Turtle Mage was a lot harder. The Turtle Mage did get nerfed by Blizzard, but Turtle Mage was a lot harder, a lot faster than Tickatus, where they could freeze your board inevitably. They could do this combo inevitably. Where Tickatus, they don't get to freeze your board. They have to waste huge amounts of mana. It just is such a slow combo, and it doesn't even necessarily win the game. You can mill their whole deck, and then they can still just kill you. Like, they go to fatigue, and they're taking 1 fatigue damage. Big deal. So it's just a deck that the fact that you're losing to it means you're not playing aggressively enough. You're not putting pressure, and you're just waiting and hoping to win. You know, so just go out there and kill your opponent. Try to kill them. Like, play minions, hit them in the face. Don't just let them sit back and chill. Put pressure under them. Don't let them feel like, oh, I'm never dead here. They should always feel like they're going to die here if they do this play. So they have to decide, do I die here or do I play the Tickatus and hope I don't die? So just that's why you're losing the Tickatus. I'm sick of people complaining about Tickatus. It's a fine card. That's my opinion. And you can beat it. It's really easy. It's a bad card that is only working because you're not killing your opponent. You're just waiting. You're just skipping through life, hoping good things happen to you. No, you got to go out and fight and beat your opponent. So go out and beat them. Stop letting this card piss you off. It's not a good card. Anyways, hope you guys like this. It's not my normal. So if you like this kind of content, let me know. Hope you guys enjoy.